Hello everyone, my name is Amber and this is my podcast channel. Today I'm just gonna be talking about what I'm into, about me, basically stuff like that. So, I just said my name's Amber. I like to talk, so I was like, what if I make a podcast? So this is what this is. Stuff I'm into is like games, books, drawing, crafts, movies, shows, stuff like that. I'm into Marvel, The Walking Dead, Red Dead Redemption, Star Wars. Those are like my four mains. I also like Arcane and Yellowstone. And there's a few more in my bio that I like. It's just my position. So today, I'm just gonna like talk about a topic to get started. So I'm not just sitting here talking about myself. Zombie apocalypses. Okay, this is kind of random, but I saw a video on TikTok. It's probably real. I mean, probably fake, probably real. I don't really know. But like about that is, it was on the UK and it said, let me think, it was like a few days ago. It basically said that there was a zombie outbreak in the UK and it traveled to Tennessee and somebody got bit in a Walmart in Tennessee. Now, that's, kind of weird, maybe? I don't know. I can see how that could happen though, because scientists have proved if there was ever an apocalypse, if you've ever watched The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, World War Z, 28 Days, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So if you watch The Last of Us, the zombies in that show are called clickers. And scientists have proved if there was ever an apocalypse in the real world, no shows, no movies, ignore that, no shows, no movies, we would be clickers. If we got bit, we would be clickers. And if you don't know, clickers basically are, well, they're zombies, but they have really good hearing and they're deadly. Now, I haven't watched World War Z, I haven't watched 28 Days, but I have watched The Last of Us and The Walking Dead, but I'm gonna get into those other ones eventually. But in The Walking Dead, the characters, which are the zombies, are walkers, because it's literally called The Walking Dead. So they also have good hearing, but they're slower and you can kill them by shooting them in the brain. Now with the clickers, those are a little more complex. I still have to finish the show. I mean, I've watched the gameplay, but I also watched the show because, I don't know, I feel like it'd be a LARP if I've only watched one and not the other. But basically, we would be clickers if there was an apocalypse. Now, apparently this person who got bit in the Walmart, Tennessee, was taken to a hospital after the Walmart went on lockdown. That's on lockdown. They're at the hospital. An hour later or so, I thought it was, at first it was a few days, but then it went to hours, like 5 hours maybe. They were there, they transformed, started attacking the workers, the doctors trying to help them, other patients maybe, I'm not sure, I haven't seen the full video, but it's something along the lines of that. Attacking people, going crazy, and just not a person. Like me right here, I'm not a freaking zombie, of course, but like imagine being one of those doctors or nurses aides or an RN, something along the lines of that, and your patient just has a mushroom growing out of his shoulder and growling and like biting people and killing them. Imagine what that would be like for you to even see that. Like that would be horrible. Now, if that would ever happen, if there was an outbreak and the government couldn't stop it and you were in an apocalypse, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna avoid hospitals, gas stations, and grocery stores. That is where most people would go, where everyone's gonna be. People are gonna be attracted to that. Walkers, clickers, whatever they are, attracted to that. We don't know what they could be like. Because if they're like clickers, dead instantly. If they're like walkers, you have some time, but you're still dead instantly. Now, let me pause that one topic on how you could stay alive during the apocalypse, because let me explain what a walker would be like. So if you get bit by I'm sorry, I have a weird speaking thing. Sorry, I mess up my words a lot. Now, if you were bit by a walker, you would get bit, and if you have time, you can cut your body part off. Like if it was your shoulder, you're dead. If it's your neck, you're dead. If it's your leg, arm, hand, whatever. Like say if you got bit right here, you would have to cut off to like at least there maybe. I'm not sure. If it was your leg and it was like maybe down by like right here, you would have to cut off to like at least above your knee. So, but if you didn't and you were just alone and you had nobody to help you and you're just alone in the apocalypse, you're dying slowly, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get bit and you're gonna die. Maybe an hour, days, something like that. You'll come back, but not as yourself. Your brain is gonna turn on, nothing else, just part in your brain that makes your body move. You're decaying, and all you do is you just shuffle around and attack people. That's basically a walker. Now, how you defeat those is you get a weapon and you shove it in their head, in their eye. If you cut off their arm or something, they're not gonna die. You have to get the brain. If you get them in the eye, that's where your brain is. Like you have your eye and then you have maybe like tissue. I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me. You have tissue, stuff behind your eye. So when you stab the eye with a hatchet, a knife, a machete, hammer, mallet, basically anything sharp, even a stick. If it's a sharp stick and you just jam it into the eye, you're dead. Well, the walker's dead. You're fine. You're not dead. Now, if you want to get to somewhere while in a herd of walkers, because the walkers go in herds, like they go like from like if there's one and they meet up with another, then they meet up with more and more and more and more and more until there's at least 100 to 500 of them just walking in packs in cities, gas stations, hospitals, everywhere, fields, houses that are abandoned. They're just scavenging for people. They're in the woods, they're in the streets, they're everywhere. They could be in cars. They're everywhere. So what you're gonna do to get away from them is one, go the other way where they're not at, or two, if you need to get somewhere where they're at, you're gonna get walkers and you're gonna shove a thing in their eye and you're gonna rip them open and you're gonna put the guts all over you, but don't get it in your mouth. That's the only thing you can't do. Don't get it anywhere near your mouth, and if you do, spit it out, drink some water and spit the water out, because if that gets inside of you, you're dead. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that all over you. Then you're gonna have to shuffle around like them. And you're gonna get to where you're at. But now if it rains, this is based off of what I saw in the one episode of The Walking Dead. If it rains, you're good. You have to sprint for whatever you're going for. And you have to lock it behind you. But if you don't make it in time, you're gone. Now, back to what I was saying before on how to survive. First off, you're gonna wanna get a car. You're gonna have to have a car. That's what you need. You need to get a car, and then you need to get guns and weapons. If you have those, you're good. You just need to have ammo. You need to know how to shoot. Sorry, I got a notification. You need to have ammo. You need to know how to shoot. If you can't use those, get a stick, like a girthy stick, like a tree branch that's like thick, and you're gonna want to sharpen it somehow, and you're gonna want to have that. And you're gonna either want to have a baseball bat. You could do like how Steve has his in Stranger Things. You could put nails in it, or you can put barbed wire on it like Negan has in The Walking Dead. You're gonna want to have that. Or if you don't do that, you can just have a baseball bat and just whack it like as hard as you can. A metal baseball bat for like softball, baseball, or wiffle ball, I don't know, all the things that you hit with a bat. Use that. That rhymed, I hated that. Anyways. Okay, off the topic of bats, if you can't get a bat, you're gonna wanna get a machete, a knife, a hatchet, an axe, something. Now, if you go to like a parts store, like a garage, maybe if your family has one, like my uncle, he works on cars, so he has a bunch of car tools. You could get a really, really sturdy, like, wrench. And my uncle, he has like a big one. It's like that big maybe, and it's heavy. And if you get that thing and whack it at a walker's head, you're safe, you're fine. Now, if you have knives, you can throw those, but they won't stop them. Just save your knives, don't throw them. Okay, so you're gonna wanna have weapons, and you're gonna get food and water, and you're gonna wanna have a bag, a big bag, like a JanSport bag, maybe like I don't know, like, if you go hunting, get your hunting bag. A duffel bag wouldn't really work because you would have to carry it around all the time unless you sling it over your shoulder. Just get a book bag, get a bag that's big. You're gonna wanna put food, your stuff in there. You're gonna wanna put a radio, and you're gonna have ammo on you for using guns. And you're gonna wanna have extra weapons. You're gonna get a radio or a walkie-talkie or something, and you're gonna leave. You have to have good shoes, boots, preferably. If you don't have boots, sneakers, next best thing. Sturdy sneakers. If you have Converse, go ahead and wear those. You're fine. I don't know, sports sneakers, like volleyball shoes, they have grip on the bottom so you don't slip on the court. Those are good too. I know that because I play volleyball. You're gonna wanna have jeans, and you're gonna wanna have a t-shirt and a hoodie. I don't care if it's warm out, you're wearing a hoodie. Keep it with you, and make sure it has a hood. It's not one of those cute little cardigans that you people like to wear. It needs to be black, maybe, or just a hoodie in general, and you're gonna wanna keep that with you at all times. If you lose it, go find another one from somewhere. Now, scavenging. You're gonna wanna be careful. You're gonna have somebody with you. If you're alone, just go find some people. You need companions. And if you go alone, you're cooked, you're gone, you're dead. Once you get people, you have to make sure you have a leader of the group. For example, whenever it was The Last of Us, Joel and Ellie, they were by themselves, but they met up with Tommy at the base eventually. But then we all know Joel dies. If you don't, I'm sorry for spoilers, but Joel does die. I'm not gonna say how, but he does. Now, if you're going off The Walking Dead, in season 1, Rick goes back with Glenn and Andrea, T-Dog, all them guys. And they have a group, a solid group. They have families, Rick's family, Shane. They have Shane for a little bit. Then they meet Herschel and his family at their farm, but then they have to leave. And then they find more people. And there's civilizations like Woodbury or whatever it's called. There's civilizations like that where you can get safeness. If you can find something like that and you can get in there, make sure you stay there as long as you can. And if you can't, you're gone. I don't care how old you are, unless you're like 5. Get a car, drive. If you can't drive, get a bike, walk, or something like that. Or if you have horses, horse. That would kind of suck butt, but like, get a horse, something. Now, your food, you're gonna have to eat it. You're gonna have to find rations. You're gonna have to figure something out for that. But if there is ever a safe place to go, make sure you even check it out. Because if you don't check it out, what are you gonna do? Die? No. You're gonna want to check that out, and if there's safe places, stay there. But if walkers or clickers, whatever's gonna happen, starts coming, bolt. This is a random topic I just thought of because I saw that on my TikTok, and I told my grandma, but she doesn't really believe me because she thinks everything on the internet is fake. You don't know that. It could be fake, it could be real, but just in case this does happen, follow my advice and please, for the love of God, stay safe. Okay, so basically, I was editing my video for the podcast, and I was talking like for a solid hour, and I cut a lot of it out, so it's only like 14 minutes long. So that's why there's a cut in it. But this is my outro, basically. Just in a different setting than, you know, my living room. I'm in my basement right now. My grandma's upstairs and I don't want to disturb her because she's on the phone. So, basically that's all for today, and stay safe out there, guys. Amber Talks out.